Hello everyone, this video presentation about disability, emotional and behavioral. Disabilities, a physical or mental condition that limit a person's movement, sense, or activities. Emotional or emotion is defined as a complex reaction pattern involving experiential, behavioral, and physiological elements. Behavioral is the action and mannerism made by individuals, organism, system, or artificial intents in conjunction with themselves or their environment, which include the other system or organism around as well as the physical environment.
Behavioral disorder is a broad term used to describe a variety of disorders that can affect one's behavior, emotions, or mood. They may also refer as emotional disturbance the individual with disability. Education Improve Act of 2004 defines emotional disturbance as a condition exhibited one or more of these the following characteristic of a long period of time. Into a marked degree that adversely affects child's educational performance. One, an ability to learn which cannot be explained by intellectual, sensory, or health factors. An inability to build or maintain satisfactory interpersonal relationship with peers and teachers. 3. Inappropriate types of behavior, feelings under normal circumstances, and a general pervasive mood of unhappiness or comprehension, a tendency to develop physical symptoms of fears associated with personal or school problems. This does not apply to children who are socially maladjusted, unless it is determined that they have emotional disturbance. Many students will go through periods of maladjustment, unhappiness, or withdrawal throughout the course of their lives to the law states that order them to illegally be classified as having emotional disturbance. They must exhibit one or more of the previous elicited behaviors to the extent that it seriously affect their academic performance. Furthermore, the behavioral exhibited must be severe in nature or occur over a long period of time. Two broad categories are used to distinguish types of emotional disturbance.
The first is externalizing behavior problems are usually more recognizable in disruptive. They encompass problems such as conduct disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and oppositional defiant disorder. The second category is internalizing behavior disorder. They occur when a student turns inward in social or emotional conflict. Internalizing disorder including anxiety-related disorder like obsessive compulsive disorder, separation anxiety, and post-traumatic stress syndrome. They also encompass mood disorder like depression, which can cause problems like oversleeping, overreacting, and overall feeling of hopelessness. Studies have been done on the relationship between behavioral disorders and aggression. Students with behavioral disorders are more likely to display one of the three types of depression: direct aggression, which is displayed in biting, kicking, or biting; indirect aggression, which is usually verbal aggression, such as name-calling; and subtle aggression, which is done through manipulation, exclusion, or blowing. Another study has been done to compare a child's disruptive behavior to instructional and functional abnormalities of the anterior cingulate cortex. The ACC is responsible for the emotional formation, processing, learning in the memory part of the brain. A students with a disruptive behavior disorder lacks the ability to regulate their thoughts, feelings, and emotions positively. Different teaching strategies or guidelines for working with EBD students. First thing are first, you must be using effective and sound classroom management practice. All teachers must have a clear set of rules. These rules must be posted somewhere in the classroom and written as positive statement. Next, have consistent consequence for your students. Call them out when they are doing wrong and deliver consistent and appropriate response. You need to have engaging lessons. Relationships are one of the most important parts of classroom management, possibly the most important. Also, provide differentiation of instruction. Students require challenging yet achievable work, or they will act out next up utilize.
Conflict resolution strategies. First off, I have to say conflict can be necessary at times. Conflict resolution doesn't mean always backing down from an aggressive student. There are going to be times when you have to stand your ground. Conflict resolution begins with good listening, giving an EVD student attention to their situation. If you feel things getting heated between you and the student, use some humor to lighten in the mood. Humor is a great way to diffuse a situation. As a teacher, you have to be able to calm things down. Lastly, it compromises the core of conflict resolution. Compromise in a way that keeps you in authority but not giving in too much next. Positive behavior intervention system. It begins with positive reinforcement when a student does something good. Let them know, give them a thumbs up. Token system are used class-wide and great for an or behaviorally disturbed classroom. Most intervention systems are tired. When students behave, they climb the tiers and earn extra privilege associated with those tiers. Positive environment should be maintained. Take swift action for any types of bullying or negative behavior, and try to make the classroom a fun and exciting place. Allow them some free and fun time every now and then the next.
Strategy is self-management. Here students regulate their own behavior. This should be able to all-time goal when working with ABD students. In the case of self-management, students are holding themselves acceptability that's making the teacher job student to aim for. Number 1, identifies the target behavior. Number 2, research behavior. Number 3, establish goals. Number 4, records actions. And number 5, evaluate progress. Next is social skills training. Social skills training. The idea behind the social skills training that you want your student to function in various social situations. Some example of social skills include the following. Number 1, being able and willing to share with a young student problem. Number 2, having the ability to make direct eye contact with others. Number 3, expressing sympathy others. Number 4, emotions when appropriate. And number 5, having lasting discussion to reality help the student. Number 6, you must plan actually lesson. And number 7, put them in similar situation to learn the behavior.
Wrap-around service bring together all the meaningful people in a child life where they team up and set goals, discuss plans, and have intervention. Wrap-around service are essential your last result. The team usually consists of teacher, parent, coaches, relatives, and administrator. The team create goal and plan to ensure the student is successful in the class, and it's all hand on deck idea. Wrap-around service also encompass a child life outside of the school. Most of these students have a serious problem at home. We don't want to lose them to the street.